Hello, this is Moses Wan, and welcome to part 2 of my MATLAB tutorials. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use some basic operators. So let's start with the addition operator. So let's make A equals 1 plus 3. So basically all that does is just add 1 to 3, so the result is 4. Addition can also be done with matrices as well. It works the same way as a matrix, works the same way as when you add two matrices together. So it will add element by element. Okay, so as you can see, it's just 1 plus 4, 5, 3, plus minus 3, 0, 4, plus 5, 9, so on and so forth. So it works exactly the same as when you add two matrices together. It's also a similar case when you subtract matrices. So subtraction works like normal. So 9 minus 5 will equal 4. And for matrices, it'll just subtract the two matrices together, so element by element. But this whole concept changes when you go into multiply. In MATLAB, when you get two matrices, and let's say multiply them together, they'll try to do matrix multiplication to it. So if any of you have done maths in, let's say, high school or whatever, you will know that it's impossible to times a 1 by 2 matrix by another 1 by 2 matrix. So yeah, so I'll just add this, I'll just output one result. So basically what I did here is, this is transpose, so it'll transpose this matrix, which was originally just that, and when I put a dash behind it, it'll just switch rows and columns. So it'll just make it into a row now. So now you can multiply a 1 by 2 matrix by a 2 by 1 matrix, and the output would be a 1 by 1 matrix, which is just 22. But what happens if you want to just multiply individual elements, like corresponding elements? So let's say 1 times 4 and 3 times 6. What we do is put a dot in front. This dot, I would call it a dot multiply from now on, but this is an element by element multiplication. So it will output a 1 by 2 matrix, which the first element will be 1 times 4 and the second element will be 3 times 6. So there we have it. 1 times 4 is 4, 3 times 6 is 18. The same thing also applies to divide. Apparently there's something called matrix division, but I'm not sure how that works. So if you ever get like a divide in there somehow, I don't know how that does it, but yeah, that's a matrix division. Somehow outputs that answer. But if you want to divide each individual corresponding element, you have to make sure you put a dot. Yep. So similar case to exponentials. Let's clear the screen for now. So when I do this, it will give me an error once again, because what I'm actually telling MATLAB to do is to do this, which ain't going to happen. So this exponential of 2 just means times getting that matrix and timesing it by itself again. So that's not going to work. But what happens if you just want to raise the power of like each individual element by this? So let's say 1 to the power of 2 and 3 to the power of 2. 3 to the power of 2. So once again we do dot and this. So 1 to the power of 2 is 1 and 3 to the power of 2 is 9. I was actually going to teach you functions in this video, but I don't have enough. It'll be too long. So that's it for now. Stay tuned for my next video and I'll show you how to use functions.